What's going on, guys? My name's Bruce. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how you can turn this into this. What do you mean you can't see a difference? Okay, so if you're still here, first things first, let's zoom in on these two images so you can actually see a difference. The one on the left is the original 1080p footage, and the one on the right is the upscaled version. Now, there's lots of different ways to upscale footage, the most common being to drop your footage into a high resolution timeline and scale it to 200%. Or something I've used quite a lot in the past is detail preserving upscale inside of After Effects. But none of these actually add any detail, and I've never had great results with them. However, I've recently discovered a new program called Video Enhance AI from a company called Topaz Labs, which quite honestly still blows my mind. There are a few caveats with this method though. Firstly, the program isn't free, so if you're after a free solution, this is not going to be it. Secondly, the file sizes of the exported clips can get quite big, so you want to be selective on what you choose to upscale. And thirdly, this isn't a plugin but a completely separate program that you'll have to import and export your clips manually. Now, the way I like to use this program is I'll usually find the clip I want to upscale first within the Premiere Pro. Once I've found which clip I want to use, I'll right click and go Show in Folder. I'll then drag that clip into the Video Enhance AI window and it will import itself. Now, luckily this program is quite simple and there's not that many settings. On the top right is the AI model. There's a few different types, but the one I like to use is this one. As you can see, it also reduces noise, which really helps on footage shot in low light. Feel free just to copy my settings, but this is the more aggressive models though, so be careful. Underneath that, you set the resolution you want it to upscale to and the file format you want it to use. If you're importing a finished video and you're not going to be re-editing it, then you can use the H.264 codec. But if you plan on editing this footage, then stick with Apple ProRes HQ. Bear in mind though, this is while the file sizes are much larger than the original. Below that is the file location you want to save the video to. Now, I like to keep things organized, so I'll locate the original file, then create a new folder and call it upscaled footage. I'll then save the new file with the same name as the old one so I know which file it corresponds to. Then just click the preview button at the top. It will now create a 3-second looping video for you to compare side by side of your before and after. You can also pause it and zoom in to compare. If you want, you can go back and tweak the settings until you get something that you like. Once you're happy, click the start button and it will process the video. You can add multiple clips and batch process them if you prefer. Now, once that's done, I'll go back into Premiere Pro or After Effects. I'll right click on my clip. I'll click Find in Project and then right click that and go to Replace Footage. I'll then locate the newly upscaled file and it will automatically update in my timeline. One thing to bear in mind though is this is now a 4K video clip and I'm using a 1080p timeline, so if you're working in 1080p, you'll now need to scale your footage down to 50%, or right click and hit set to frame size. Don't use scale to frame size because it rasterizes it. 1080p footage upscaled to 4K, then scaled down to 50% in a 1080p timeline will look better than the original 1080p, trust me. And yes, that did just hurt my head trying to think about it. And that's it. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You could always just drop your clips into the program and batch process them all before you even started editing. But you'll be sacrificing a lot of disk space if you do it this way, and disk space is sacred. Another way you can use this tool is you can drop your final video into the program and upscale it at the end. I personally haven't used this because I shoot mainly in 4K anyway and my final edit will already be in 4K. It's just a slow motion clips that my camera can't shoot at high resolutions. You can also upscale your footage beyond 4K, but I do a lot of 3D and VFX, so 8K is just out of the question. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that and you learned something. I'll link the program I use down below. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. But thanks anyway guys, and I'll see you in the next one.